She watched the black car roll up with its precious cargo. The sheriff got out and opened the back door. Her heart fluttered as she realized that the sheriff wasn't alone. And then her best friend was running towards her at full tilt, and she couldn't contain her tears anymore. She cried and cried, releasing the pain of 2 long years up into the sky. This brings us to today's heartwarming story, which features 2 years after a woman's husky went missing, she learned the alarming truth about his disappearance. But before we start, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notifications bell to receive more fascinating videos. Californian Cameron Merez was diagnosed with lymphoblastic leukemia at a young age, but after going into remission, she suffered from terrible depression as well as hyperglycemia. The disease had taken a psychological as well as a physiological toll on her. She then decided that she needed a positive influence in her life. And what could be a more positive companion than a dog? Cameron did all her research and decided on a Siberian Husky. The high-energy breed needs a lot of exercise, and this suited her well. She planned on going for daily runs with her new companion by her side. She prepared carefully for her new puppy to come home and had even decided on a name. She had no idea just how attached to this little puppy she would become. When it was finally time for Semper Fidelis, meaning always faithful, to come home, she couldn't contain her excitement. And little Semper was everything she had ever wanted, and more. Semper thrived in his new home with Cameron, and soon he grew from a rambunctious husky puppy to a beautiful and well-tempered adult. But huskies usually present some challenges too. Semper was having trouble with recall and with walking on lead, which is common for huskies. Bred to run and pull sleds, even huskies in suburbia never really forget their roots. Semper would pull and tug on the lead with his powerful shoulders when Cameron walked him, and she knew that if she ever let go, he would run and run, not stopping until he was finally exhausted. And this is just what Cameron thought had happened when Semper went missing, but she was wrong. Cameron and Semper had become inseparable. She loved her dog dearly, and during the ups and downs of her illness, he was always by her side. Having such a loyal companion helped Cameron tremendously, and she was feeling a little stronger every day. So naturally, when she moved to Florida in 2015, Semper came with her. But then, something awful happened. When Cameron was undergoing treatment in Florida, she quickly realized that she wasn't covered by her medical insurance in the new state, so she had to return to California for the duration of her treatment. She was beside herself with worry. She would have to leave Semper in Florida. She was a responsible pet owner and made sure he wouldn't be left alone, but she never knew that her trust would later prove to be terribly misplaced. Semper would be left in her apartment with her roommate, as well as a pet sitter to make sure he was taken care of when she was gone. Then, it all went horribly wrong, and Cameron received a startling call about Semper. "I was told by my roommate Semper had escaped through the front door," Mars explained to ABC News. I asked, "Did he have a collar on?" My roommate said he didn't know. Cameron was devastated and took to social media, joining lost pet groups and sharing Semper's image as widely as she could. She put up flyers and did everything she possibly could to find him. 2 years passed with no sign of Semper. Then one day, as a last-ditch effort, she decided to check Semper's microchip records online. And then, the mystery as to his whereabouts only deepened. Cameron saw that Semper was registered to 2 microchips. The original record was for the American Kennel Club, but there was a second mysterious record called Pet Key, and this record had been added shortly after Semper's disappearance. Cameron was filled with hope for the first time in 2 long years and promptly hired a private investigator called Anna Campos Investigations, ACI, as well as a lawyer. ACI probed into the case and then made a startling breakthrough. Semper had never run away at all. In reality, he was never missing. He was sold, Cameron said. He was stolen by my roommate and sold from me without my consent. It was later found out that Cameron's roommate had sold her beloved pet for $200. But would she ever see Semper again? After battling a long legal case, the court ruled in Cameron's favor, and Semper was seized by the sheriff, declaring her the rightful owner. Here is the video and audio from Cameron Merez's reunion with her dog Semper today. Semper can be seen arriving in the back of a black car, his tail wagging wildly as he paces on the back seat. Then, the officer opens the door and brings the husky out on a leash. Cameron sees her beloved companion and yells, "Semper!" and the husky's ears prick forward. But will he remember her after over 2 years apart? Simper strains on the lead and he hears his name, and the officer lets him go. He sprints towards Cameron, eyes wide and tongue lolling out of his grinning mouth. Cameron awaits him with open arms and kneels to receive him. After everything she's been through, she finally has her best friend back. The raw emotion at finally seeing Simper again after more than 2 years has Cameron wailing as she pets him all over. Simper is beside himself with excitement and darts to and fro, refusing to stand still while Cameron runs her fingers through his luxurious husky fur. The video is sure to bring viewers to tears, but one aspect of Simper never changed. He's still the same as usual, Cameron cries. But the question remains, how did this happen in the first place? Who is to be held accountable for Simper's unauthorized rehoming? Anna Campos Investigations wrote, "Please keep in mind, Cameron is just 26 years old. She was 23 when this began. For a young girl to have the wherewithal and courage to hire a private investigator and attorney is remarkable. Shame on Pet Key Pets for causing her to suffer and spend her savings on fighting for her dog back because of the role they played. He was stolen and sold by her roommate 2.5 years ago. She was told he was lost on April 30th, 2016. But on April 11th, 2016, the buyer added their name to his AKC Reunite registered chip. They registered this already registered chip on Pet Key Pets instead. Pet Key Pets did not bother to see if he was chipped already. Nevertheless, Anna Campos Investigations were as thrilled as Cameron to finally have Simper back. Nevertheless, Simper's story serves to illustrate how important it is for people to microchip their pets. If it weren't for Cameron's ability to check Simper's online microchip records, she may never have seen him again. The huge wound in my heart can finally start healing, Cameron told ABC News. Cameron also advised owners of lost pets to check their microchip records for extra registries. Thank you for watching till the end. If you liked the video, please share it in your social networks and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.